Hello, Great Whale Investing. It's all about the fetch. Alex edition. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about fetch lands. Ooh. Okay, there's enemy ones, there's ally ones, there's prismatic vista, there's plenty of them. But today is going to be a discussion on fetch lands. Okay, with Modern Horizons 2 on the horizon, and with Magic events starting to open up probably in a few months. We could be optimistic. Sometime in 2021, maybe we'll see some. But I think the timeline is less relevant as long as it's sometime within the next year or so. I think my thesis will hold true. But I've been looking at the prices of fetch lands, mostly the Khans of Tarkir ones, and they have been going crazy. Okay, I don't know if you know this, but Khans of Tarkir Polluted Delta is almost $50. Onslaught ones have crept over that $100 mark. It's kind of crazy. It's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, Khans of Tarkir fetches are not rare or scarce by any means, but the thing is that people need them, and they need many copies of them for a lot of formats. Look at Polluted Delta. Polluted Delta is used in Legacy, Vintage, Commander, old like cubes, and Modern is the big one. Casual formats, you name it. A lot of the fetches are, I think, ready to spike soon. I can't speak so much for the enemy ones. I believe the enemy ones are being printed in Modern Horizons 2, which should come out before the events start up again. But, little Bloodstained Mire here, he's creeping up, and I don't predict he's going down anytime soon. I think as people realize they need 4 copies of Bloodstained Mire or Wooded Foothills for their Modern decks, once those open up, you're going to see things go crazy. Okay, I think a lot of the price increase right now is because the stores aren't really getting the inventory for them. People aren't really buy listing a bunch of fetches. But when the events open up, it's assumed that the stores will absorb some more supply on these cards, and I guess that makes sense. I just feel like the demand for fetches are the most important. They're the foundation of competitive decks. Okay, you need to play fetch lands if you want to play competitive Magic. It's there's no getting around it. You need fetch lands. And the rise we're seeing is because more people need them than there are the supply of them. I think we're going to see a injection of more once the events open up, but it will be nothing compared to the number of Magic players clamoring to get back in it. I think we're going to see an increase in a lot of the modern staples. You're looking at cards like Cavern of Souls, Aether Vial, Cryptic Command, Snapcaster Mage. A lot of these cards across the board are going to go up in price. But, I mean, I think it is a little bit hard to predict which ones and how much and what'll get reprinted, what won't get reprinted. I don't think we're going to be seeing allied fetch lands on the horizon anytime soon. So I predict they will actually go up a lot in price, okay? So this isn't me, telling you to go out and buy a bunch of fetch lands by any stretch. I pretty much only recommend investing in reserve list cards, honestly. ABU, stuff like that. I don't consider fetch lands to be long-term investable products. But I think that they are an interesting buy. Like if you look at in expedition fetches, right? I think an expedition Arid Mesa is like around $80 to $100. Marsh Flats I know is like $80 for an expedition one. Those are significantly rarer. So if we look at, let's say, Wooded Foothills and Windswept Heath, they're in like the 100, 110, 120 mark. I don't think that's going to last because you're looking at regular Khans of Tarkir Wooded Foothills at $40. If a Khans of Tarkir Wooded Foothills is $40, an Expedition one should not be $110. It just doesn't make sense. The math isn't there on it. It's just significantly scarcer, prettier, I think, and it's the same card. So I think that there are definitely opportunities to buy in on Expedition ones. They're certainly a little bit better of investment. I mean, it's hard to say because then there's also the reprinted Expedition ones from Zendikar Rising. So it's tough. In a way, this is almost like a lesson talking about the difficulties in predictions and speculating on certain cards. Like you could speculate that you should be buying $80 Misty Rainforests right now, right? Because all the fetches are going to go up when the events open up. But like you don't really know what's going to happen with the price of Misty Rainforest per se. Same with any of the fetches, honestly. You can't say beyond a reasonable doubt that they're going to go up in price. I guess this is just a way of advocating for investing in, reliable sources of investment. But I just want to be on the record and say that I think fetch lands are primed for a big increase in price coming up in the next year or so, provided the events are coming back. What do you guys think? Do you think that fetch lands are kind of like dead money, not really worth it? Do you think that they will skyrocket, because they are super playable and needed? Let me know in the comments. I'm very interested to hear what your thoughts are. And I'm going to look back on this video in about a year and be like, was it all about the fetch? Was it not about the fetch? We will see.